do some math just by experimenting, okay? Simple stuff. Let's say I have 6 over 5, and then just a question. I need to see when I put just one, let's say 6 plus 1 and over 5 plus 1, okay? So I'm going to compute to see the difference. I can take another number. Let's say I have 9 over 7. And the question is it bigger? Comparison, okay? Let's say 9 plus 1 over 7 plus 1. So I'm going to take let's take the calculator just to see, okay? Well, guys, here's what I find, okay? So 6 over 5, 1.2, 6 plus 1 over 5, 1 plus 1, 1.16. So this is bigger, okay? Oh, so 9 over 7, 1.28, 9 plus 1 over 7, 1.26. So basically, doing these two examples, every time I add one, and then I find the previous one is bigger. So can I make this inference every time when I have A over B? Okay? Can I say, that's a question. Can I say it's gonna always be greater than A plus 1 over B plus 1? Can I say that? So in math, you cannot just take one example because you can't do inference generalization between you got two examples. That is right. It doesn't work like that. You need something else, okay? So so this cannot be a proof, okay? The fact that I have two examples every time I add one, you know, this one is bigger. I cannot do that. I can't say that. So I need something else. How to prove that? The way to prove it is if I have A over B, right? Minus, these are the one, minus, excuse me, minus A plus 1, excuse me, guys. I say A plus 1 over B plus 1. So I'm gonna work with this. I say A over B, okay? So I'm gonna work with this. If my result is positive, you see what I mean? So if my result is positive because they are a whole number, I will say A plus B will always be greater uh, A plus 1 over B plus 1, okay? So let's work this to see if the result, okay? If the result gonna be a positive number. So let's say, okay, let's work with this one. So here I'm gonna have AB plus A, right? And now I'm gonna minus AB, and I'm gonna have minus B, right? Minus B. And then over B time B plus 1, okay? So basically this equal AB minus AB, I don't have it. And then I have A minus B, right? Over B time B plus 1. So the question, these expressions, this is B, okay. Can I say this expression is positive, okay? Positive. Can I say that? Positive. Can I say it? So I know the denominator gonna be positive. This because this is a whole number, because I'm working with the whole number, okay? B time B plus 1 gonna be positive. But what about the numerator? The numerator, A minus B. The only way is to be positive, A should be greater than B. So basically, I will say, so I can have a generalization now, excuse me. I can say A always greater than A plus 1, B plus 1, okay? Okay, when, okay, when A greater than B. That's my generalizations. Okay. I can make these induction here. Okay. I can say A over B always greater than A plus 1 over B plus 1 if, okay, if A greater than B. So which mean when A is less than B, example, let's take an example. So if I have, just take an example. Let's take an example where A is less. Let's say if I have, let's 6 over 8, okay? If I have 6 over 8, okay? Let's make a comparison. Here I have, right? A that is less. So let's compare it. 6 plus 1 over A plus 1. You can get your calculator. You're gonna see the results. Okay. So when I do that, I have 6 over 8, 0.75, and I have 7 over 9, 0.77. As you can see, A over B, this is not greater because why I have in this scenario, A is less than B. So basically, since that was a generalization, any example, okay? Any example where A is less than B, okay? Any example where A is less than B, if in this scenario is going to be less, which mean I can make these, okay? I can make these deduction as well, okay? I can say, let me see, I can make the deduction as well. I can say, okay, I can say A over B will always be less than A plus 1 over B plus 1 if we are when if A less than B. Okay, so yeah, that's the point. So it's gonna be, yeah. So yeah, that's the scenario. We can keep working. Let's say if it's not 1, we can try to see if it's not 1. Let's say if it's K, that's another story. Okay, instead of 1, let's say can we make the same deductions like A over B gonna always be greater than A plus K over B plus K? Maybe I can try to do it, but you need to be careful in mathematics. Okay, so we can try to prove that, but we need to prove it first. Here we just prove, okay, in what condition A over B always greater than A plus 1 over B plus 1. Okay, I hope you understand. That was a pleasure, eh?